Sleep till I come home. Dream of something sweet. I will be there soon to wake your soul to sleep.
Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. We truly apologize for the slight delay as we faced technical issues just now. But thank you so much for your kind patience. So let's begin about the intergenerational family history of trauma. My name is Farzana, and I will be your moderator for tonight. So before I begin, I would like to share with you what YoungMinds is. YoungMinds is a social enterprise that helps youth with mental health disorder. So if you are looking for help for your mental health issues, so you may drop by our social media, or you can drop at our email as well. And before I begin our topic for tonight, I would like to share with you about our speaker, Dr.Sujatha, Medical, who holds a Master in Public Health, Occupational Health from University of Malaya, which is now currently in Kuala Lumpur Hospital. So how are you, Doctor?
Hi, Farzana. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, Doctor. So how do you feel about this topic? Before we begin, would you like to define what actually intergenerational history of trauma? And can trauma be passing down through generations?
Okay, thank you so much, Farzana, for the introduction. Like Farzana has mentioned, my topic for today is intergenerational trauma. Now, everybody is probably curious what it is and, you know, how to heal, things like that. So I'll just give you a brief meaning or definition what is intergenerational trauma is all about. So sometimes it can be also referred to as transgenerational trauma. So the term is actually described as, you know, the impact of a traumatic experience not only in one generation, okay, and it can be passed down to subsequent generations after an event, say like a traumatic event or anything, any kind of event. Okay, it's not only what you call, it's not talked about much, right? So this is like something, even to me, it's pretty new to me. What is this all about? I became very curious to know more about it, and I kind of attended a few workshops to actually know what exactly this is all about. Okay, so how I came to know about this is because I am actually currently doing my diploma in family therapy, and where then on we were actually introduced to something called genogram. Genogram, you might be wondering what is it, right? It's something like a family tree. Like we kind of like draw squares representing the male in the family, and if it's a circle representing a female in the family. So you can start with your great grandfather, then come down to your grandfather's family, then so on to your parents, and obviously the whole siblings in your family as such. So what what actually you might ask, how does it make a difference with this genogram, just drawing a family tree? Sometimes there are things that has happened in previous generations that most of us might not even be aware of, because probably talking about it relates to mental health. Those days, mental health, I think not even anybody was dare enough to speak about it. It was very, probably they would think talking about mental health issues is like a stigma. Okay. So that is why those days, if it's anything to do with mental health, they kind of try to evade the whole thing or just hide among the family. They do not want anyone else to know. Probably mental health person many years ago, you might not even know there's a child or a sibling in the house that has got this mental health issues. It's just that because of a lot of awareness and now, so many people are more aware of it. Even autistic people who are with Asperger, people who are on a spectrum. Believe me, when I was in medical school, they only talk about autistic. Nobody actually spoke anybody on a spectrum or Asperger's or, with a lot of other things related to that. So
All right.
here,
Okay, all right. Then thank you so much for an insightful information for our introduction for tonight. Also, I would like to let the audience know that for the first 30 minutes, there will be the discussion regarding this topic, and later on there will be a relaxation session where you will be required to be in a quiet room. All right, so moving on to the next question, Doctor. Is it possible for us to break the change regarding this legacy of trauma?
okay, like I mentioned just now, regarding the genogram, we need to know where the source of impact is actually coming from. I'm sure you must have heard about the Holocaust, the Vietnam War, and all these studies have been done before. Before I go on, I actually literally want to tell you something about a little bit of the statistics of pertaining to trauma. Okay, basically in this American statistics, which was published, they say that, traumatic events are not limited just to being abused, like physical or sexual or emotional. Okay, you have deaths, accidents, a lot of other things that come. So the impact of the trauma, can affect an individual or as well as generations to come. That's why genogram is very important. So now the statistic regarding trauma, you have 1 in 7 children is being abused or neglected during their lifetime. Okay. So every minute, 20 people are being abused physically by an intimate partner. Approximately 10% of women develop post-traumatic stress disorder sometime during their lifetime, and approximately 4% of men develop PTSD during their lives. So, and then 50% of women approximately experience sexual violence during their lifetime, and 20% of men experience sexual violence during their lifetime as well. So you want to know who is affected by this intergenerational trauma, right? So any family members can be impacted by it. Okay, the events may lead to trauma, including parental incarceration, meaning that if there's somebody goes to prison, like either parent, or is because the parents are going through a divorce, or there's been alcohol abuse, and and domestic violence, or even child abuse for that. It can be sexual, physical, or emotional. These are the main things that actually brings about this, and even natural disaster for that. So when discussing this intergenerational trauma, you have to understand, remember I mentioned about the Holocaust, the refugee camps, even slavery and everything, it affects the generation. So what happens is when, there were studies shown that the person, when they were children during this Holocaust, they were hiding, and that's very traumatizing for them. More than them themselves, it's their children who undergoes all this. Why is that? How would it, even the child knows what the parents are feeling? So sometimes it's just even said it's because of the subconscious feeling. It's just passed down. I can give you an example which recently happened in our clinic a few weeks ago. This girl who's about 11 years old, and she came in with a feeling saying that, I'm feeling useless, hopeless, like, you would think it's just a major depressive disorder the girl is going through. She feels like her parents are always going to leave her. So we were wondering, and when the parents said, no, nothing of that sort. So then she was given medication by the psychiatrist, and she said she was feeling better, but she feels very empty inside, and she feels like emotionally she just feels lost. So we were trying to figure out what is exactly disturbing her when her parents are, actually there for her. So later, when we did the genogram, and I asked the father is to talk about his father. So during the course of conversation, we found out his father actually committed suicide. He hung himself when the whole family had gone to a kanduri to another place, and the uncle found him and brought him down. And that time, the girl's father was only 5 years old. So that emotions has not been addressed even till now. And the best part is even his wife was not aware of what happened to father-in-law. So this was all discussed in the room with the girl, and talking about the mother. The mother itself lost her father when she was very young, and the mother remarried. Even that husband passed away. So you can imagine, you can feel the loss on both sides. So when the father, when the wife said, even I never knew about it, that father acknowledged that emotions at that point of time in our room, and he actually broke down. And this was a 5-year-old boy's emotions. He addressed that feeling, that emotion, and when everything was settled, okay, they went back, and they came back probably 2 weeks later for another review appointment. And during the girl was fine. So these things do happen, not everything is, there's a cause, but we really need to look back into their history. So these are one of the few things that I would like to actually address. So sometimes we want to talk about what are the symptoms, what do they actually have during this, right? Some people just have very emotional, like behavioral problem. And, sometimes the parents come, they're having tantrums, they're getting very angry. If you trace back, it's actually not the children themselves who have the problem. We have to go back and ask the parents how they felt when they were that age. And believe me, a lot of history and stories will come out, and you'll be surprised that actually they were also feeling neglect probably from the parents, and they had to deal a lot of things, emotions by themselves. So things like that.
So it's true, doctor, because usually we tend to miss out that usually people would say that depression, most probably one of the factor is from the environment. So we always miss out that actually depression or PTSD may also come from the history of our family.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is there any other way for, like you mentioned just now regarding your patient, is there any other way that may perhaps her siblings to help her out regarding this intergenerational trauma?
Okay.
How about the role of the siblings, doctor?
Like I said, it's not only the sibling that has to come into play with this, because I think the whole family has to come together. Let me give you an example. If just imagine if the parents are not together, say they are divorced, right? So while they were growing up, before the divorce even took place, I'm sure there are a lot of violence, verbally abused. Some parents are even physically abused. Imagine that young tender age of the child, seeing through all this, father beating up the mother and unable to do. If there's a male, probably he would think that, I should have helped my mom and I was not able to. So a lot of guilt as well working on them. So when they grow up, sometimes they tend to do the same thing. So because it's not resolved with the father. So it's not a matter of what can the siblings do or what can this. Everybody need to heal together. That is what this is all about. First and foremost, the parents has to come and acknowledge the fact that they are also going through some kind of trauma. But most of the time, they don't, you see. So like the expression, they say sometimes, when you say everything is okay, I'm good. This has got nothing to do with me. It is usually a very big lie. You see? So, yeah.
So I believe that it is very important for us to heal ourselves first, so other people won't get affected by our action usually, right? Because usually those who are having mental health issues, they tend to suppress their feelings and they tend to be alone and don't want to disturb anyone. So in that case, doctor, how do we build the resilience from the trauma?
Okay. Like I said, there are a few ways to go about this. Okay, one is definitely family therapy. Family therapy, you can do it as a group with the family itself, or you can even do individual work. But like I said just now, bringing the family together is really, really important, because the child will also want to know how the parents are feeling. So probably at times we work with the individual itself first, and then later bring the family together. So now you were saying that how are we going to heal ourselves? Like how to go about it? Like always, therapy. First of all, you need to have that chemistry with your therapist. Anything. Chemistry is the first and foremost thing. Like if you can't really get connected with your therapist, I feel in your mind you're shut, right? So this emotion sometimes, like I keep saying that I follow Dr. Joe Dispenza a lot, the way his teachings and all that. Sometimes he says that the hardest part about us, is a change. Correct. Something they tell you to do, like daily we are doing something, and then suddenly say, no, you're supposed to change. First thing is like, oh God, what am I going to do? First, because that's your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is always being analytical. Like I keep saying to everybody, the conscious mind is only 5%. Your subconscious mind is almost 95%. But what we all tend to do is we use our conscious mind. No, you're not good enough. I can't do this. Oh God, I'm having an anxiety attack. Because your subconscious mind is like a data in your operating system. The body is the subconscious mind. You are doing daily every day you're doing something daily, the same thing. So your body is already used to that. So the moment you change, the body will say, hey, no, this is not your routine. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You can't do this. This is not you, that kind of thing, but in a different way, in a different event or whatever you are doing. So, how do you need to change that data? You say, if you are 17 years old now, 17 years of data that you have literally put it on inside your operating system, it's not going to change the next day. That amount of work that you have put so much there, you need to again put in new data. I'm beautiful. I am fabulous, right? You don't, what do you call, praise yourself. All you ever do, you stand in front of a mirror. Oh my God, I am going gray. I'm having wrinkle here. All you say about yourself is just, the opposite of what you want to be. Correct, Anna? You just want to be this lovely person, beautiful person. And you keep saying, no, you are not this, not that. I always give an example of a whiteboard. There's a black dot on the whiteboard. So when I ask someone, what do you see? Okay, I'm asking you, Farzana, there's a big whiteboard and a black dot. If I ask you, what do you see? What would you tell me? Sorry, do you get my question? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, doctor. I think my internet connection is
okay.
slow. So
all right, no worries. I'll just go on with it.
And it's lagging.
Okay, no worries. So basically, everybody would say when I ask the question is they will say the black dot. They can see that black dot in that whiteboard, right? That is what all humans tend to do. We only want to see the fault in anything, for that matter. So that is what I'm trying to say. We need to see the bigger picture instead of that small dot there. So this is one of the things that, like I was saying about emotions, and that the hardest part about the change is not making the same choice as you did yesterday, right? You want to do something different. So how do you say that? So the feelings and emotions that you are experiencing all, it's actually of the past experiences, right? Whatever emotions and feeling. So something come and tell you, how are you feeling? Are you in the mood today? Yes, I thought you will never ask. That's what Joe Dispenza says. Then he said, 5 months ago, I felt this. But it was 5 months ago and we're still talking about it. So can you imagine how much of the feeling and emotions that you have actually put into, like literally like an investment into you? So the chemical reactions in your body will only work towards what happened to you 5 months ago. So that is why I'm saying how difficult it is for you to make the change. It's a challenge, no doubt, but it's as easy as well. When you say, I am tired, believe me or not, you just suddenly feel so tired. So today, my niece asked me, whenever you're feeling low, and then you keep saying, oh, I'm fabulous, I'm beautiful. She said, do you actually feel that way? I said, no. Sometimes it's just that I'm tricking the subconscious mind. I want the subconscious mind to believe it. And then my feelings will slowly towards that. So that's what I'm saying. Every one of us can do it. Because when you think deeper and deeper and deeper about what happened in the past, or 5 months ago, 9 months ago, and you're still thinking about that. You know why? Because when you are depressed, you feel like you have no feelings. And what happens is when you talk about some traumatic event, you feel the emotions are all coming out. So that is one of the reasons how they actually can attain this change. Maybe it's a challenge, but slowly, definitely we can.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. I apologize for the technical issues that I'm facing.
No worries.
All right, Doctor, I would like to ask, since this trauma commonly happens in children, so how do children seek help? Because most children they tend to tell themselves that everything will be fine, everything will be okay. So how do these children seek help from the professionals? Because most of them usually afraid to open up to their parents, especially when they have a strict parent. So what do you say, doctor?
Sorry, did you say that how the children are going to actually face this trauma? Is that your question? I'm sorry, you're breaking.
Hello, doctor. I'm not sure what happened to my internet tonight. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Now I can't.
little bit of fun till our downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Hi, welcome back everyone. We are truly apologize for the technical difficulties that we are facing, but we are back now and we hope that that won't happen again. Alright, so without any delay, back to Dr. Su just now. Dr. Su, did you hear my question before the breaking?
No, I didn't. Tell me. Please tell me.
All right. Okay, so I will repeat my question. My question just now. How do children seek help? Because most of these trauma commonly happen to children because some of the children, they have strict parents, so they are afraid to tell their parents that they might be having some of mental health issues or anything. So what would you say then, and how do these poor kids seek help from the professionals?
Thank you. Thank you very much for the question. It's actually a very good question. We have a lot of patients like this that come in to seek help in our clinic. I work closely with the child psychiatrist. So first and foremost, yes, many children are afraid. Most of the time, it can be the other way around. Even the parents are afraid of the child as well, because if they are going through adolescence, they have a different form of problems altogether. Sometimes they have anger issues, behavioral issues. So sometimes it's difficult for parents to even kind of like have a hand you can't like control. So they feel they lost the control of being a parent. So it goes both ways actually. So the best thing to do is definitely therapy. And seeing a psychiatrist, the psychiatrist will actually interview the child separately and then the parents separately to actually find out what is actually happening within the family. Sometimes, like I said earlier, it may not be the child's problem as such, because the child is just reacting to what is actually at home. If there has been any violence or abuse, or even sometimes the parents themselves are going through some stress disorder. So what that happens is the parents tend to neglect the child. Some parents can be on the phone. Okay, they can be working as well, on the phone. So what happens to the child? And now because of COVID, the lockdown, all of us will be at home, and working from home is not easy for any parent for that matter. So can you imagine juggling with children, and especially if it's a very young child, probably more than one child. So it is a lot of stress both ways. So therapy will be one of the best thing to do. As more than that, the support of the family. Everybody should come together to support the whole therapy session. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor, for answering the question. All right, the last question before we move to the relaxation session. There's a question from the public saying that is trauma is applicable in the sense of a community or group being oppressed over time?
Yes, like I've been saying from the beginning, definitely yes, because whether it's a group or community, even culture, everything they have their own set of rules. Sometimes as the generation, we are here right now at this time and place with a lot of different, about 2 years ago, we wouldn't even be thinking of doing anything online. You understand? So things keeps changing. So according to that, we also need to change. Being oppressed in a community, in a group, is definitely, you see, religion comes to place, different culture comes to place. So every aspect of our lives, we are actually being oppressed in a different way. You understand? So how are we going to come about it? Like I said, therapy, you just need to seek family support, or even a friend. Talk to somebody. If you're just going to keep, like I told you, certain emotions that you don't want to address it, and you kind of brush it off, but your subconscious mind knows that hurt and that emotion. So unless and until you kind of figure out what exactly is happening, that's the best way to go forward.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor. That was very insightful. Okay, to the audience out there, we hope that if you are facing any difficulties, especially on your mental health, please go seek and get some help from the professionals. All right, without any delay, shall we start the relaxation session now, Doctor?
Yes, that would be lovely.
All right. Okay, to the audience, I would like you to go to a quiet room so that this relaxation session can benefit you. So, all right, let's start.
Okay, just a few rules. I would like you to, like what Farzana said, if you can get access to a very quiet room, wear your headphones, okay, relax. If you can get a place to lie down, that would be great. You can just switch off the lights for a while and just listen to the sound of my voice, okay? See, like when anybody does relaxation for the first time, first thing you would ask is, would I be totally relaxed? That's your conscious mind talking, right? So that analyzing part starts to work. So to try to evade that, what you can do is you can count 100 backwards. Don't count too fast, because when you count too fast, it's just like counting 1, 2, 3 again. Imagine yourself doodling on the 100 and then going on to 99, and just count slowly. So when your conscious mind is busy with that, I can access your subconscious mind where it's going to make you totally relaxed. So I guess if you all are ready, I hope you all are getting yourself very comfortable. Another thing is, I would like you not to cross your legs. You can keep your hands on your abdomen or at your sides. And yeah, so I'm going to off my video for a while. You're probably just going to hear the sound of my voice alone. And Cheryl, you can just on the music. Thank you.
All right. So there will be music, and I hope that everyone will enjoy this relaxation session. So stay tuned and have fun.
A comfortable position. You can lie on your back, or you can sit in a chair with your back supported. Like I said just now, place your hands at your sides. Now close your eyes whenever you're ready. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. I just want you to know that any sounds that you hear inside your room, or any sounds that you hear outside your room, like someone talking or some footsteps, I just want you to totally ignore the sounds. In a strange and contradictory way, any sounds that you hear is going to take you deeper and deeper into relaxation. Just listen to the sound of my voice that is going to make you more and more relaxed. Now, begin to become aware of your breathing. Focus on slowing down the rhythm of your breathing. Your chest and abdomen will expand outward with each breath. Like a balloon gently filling with air. Imagine your rib cage moving out to the sides when you inhale and gently inward as you exhale. Slowly take a deep breath in. Pause for a moment and then exhale slowly. Let the tension melt away as you relax more deeply with each breath. Continue breathing slowly and gently. Now, turn your attention to the top of your head. Feel the passive, progressive relaxation beginning at the top of your scalp and spreading slowly downwards. Even your ears are becoming relaxed and heavy. Feel your eyebrows resting, gently resting downward. Your forehead is becoming relaxed and smooth. Allow your temples to relax, your jaw, your mouth, your lips, and your tongue to relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Continue the passive progressive relaxation. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation you are experiencing. Now, turn your attention to your neck. Allow a feeling of relaxation to begin at the top of your neck and flow downward. Feel the relaxation as your shoulders become relaxed and loose. Let your shoulders gently sink downward as they become relaxed and heavy, very heavy and very relaxed, deeper and deeper relaxed. Feel your collarbones becoming relaxed as your shoulders move gently back and your chest widens slightly. Allow all the muscles in your shoulders to feel smooth and relaxed as the muscles give up their hold completely. Continue the passive progressive relaxation. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation you are experiencing. Notice your breathing once again. See how regular it has become. Continue to take slow, smooth, deep breaths. Breathe in the feeling of relaxation and breathe out any tension. Your breathing allows you to become more and more relaxed, deeply relaxed. Now, turn your attention to your right arm. Feel the relaxation flowing down from your right shoulder. Allow your upper arm to relax, your elbow, lower arm, and wrist become loose and relaxed. Continue the passive progressive relaxation. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation you're experiencing. Enjoy the feeling of passive progressive relaxation as the muscles of your right arm give up their hold. Feel the relaxation flowing into your hand. Let the tension drain out each fingertip and flow away. Feel the relaxation flowing down your left arm. Let the muscles of the left upper arm relax. Relax your elbow, lower arm, and wrist. Feel the relaxation flowing down your left arm. Continue the passive progressive relaxation, enjoying the feeling of relaxation you're experiencing. Let the tension melt away. Imagine the tension flowing right out your fingertips. Allow your left hand to relax completely. Both of your arms are now totally relaxed. Allow them to be free and limp, pleasantly relaxed. Enjoy the feeling of relaxation you're experiencing. Let the passive, progressive relaxation continue to flow, spreading easily down your body. Continue the passive, progressive relaxation. Allow the feeling of relaxation to continue to your chest and stomach. Feel the relaxation there becoming deeper with each breath. Now, turn your attention to your upper back. Feel the relaxation flow down your spine. Let all the muscles give up their hold. Relax your upper back, middle, and lower back. Allow your back to relax completely. Feel the relaxation in your whole upper body. Relax more deeply with each breath, more and more relaxed, deeply relaxed and calm. Let your hip muscles relax. Relax all the way from your buttocks down the back of your thighs. Relax the muscles on the front of your thighs. Feel the relaxation in your upper legs moving down to your knees, your calves and shins, your ankles and your feet. Allow all the muscles to relax and go limp. Allow any last bits of tension to flow right out the soles of your feet. Feel the relaxation flowing through your body from the top of your head down to the bottoms of your feet. Become more relaxed with each breath. Enjoy the feeling of total relaxation. You are now as relaxed as you want to be. Experience the feeling of deep relaxation. Enjoy the feeling relaxed, calm, and at peace. Focus on the feeling of relaxation throughout your body. Notice your breathing, your relaxed muscles, your calm thoughts. Memorize this feeling so you can recreate this relaxed state whenever you wish. Enjoy relaxing for a few moments more. In a few seconds time, I'm slowly going to awaken you. At the count of 8, you will open your eyes, and at the count of 10, you will be wide awake. You will get up with a feeling of well-being, a well-being so fine that every part of you will be back there with you in the present in your room, and all normal, healthy sensations will return to all your limbs. You will get up with a feeling of well-being, so relaxed, so calm, so peaceful, and much, much more optimistic about yourselves like you have not felt in a long, long time. So at the count of 8, you will open your eyes, and at the count of 10, you will be wide awake. So ready? 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, waking up. 7, 8, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake. I hope you all had a very good relaxation. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Su, for sharing your relaxation technique. That was really new to me because as far as I know, I only know breathing technique. So I'm sure that in the future, I will look back at this video and then get myself some me time during for this relaxation session. All right, so it seems like we have come to an end. So doctor, is there any advice you would like to share to the audience, or is there anything that, as a conclusion for this topic that you would like to share?
First of all, I would like to thank YoungMinds for giving me this opportunity to share whatever knowledge that I have experienced and learned. I'm sure all of you can get through this. Just contact any dear friends or close one of any family for support. That is the first and foremost, most important thing. And you all need to feel that you are safe with that person. That is another very vital thing. So once you have a family support or a group that you can actually share your emotions, that is the first step. That's your first hurdle, because opening up to someone is always difficult, right? So, yeah. And seeking a doctor's advice when you know that you have tried everything else and nothing worked. Yeah, that's the best to seek doctor's advice as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Su. So I believe that therapy is very important for us to maintain our mental health specifically. And also, with that being said, I would like to apologize for the flaws and for the weaknesses for tonight, especially regarding the technical issues. Me, myself as a moderator, I humbly apologize. And a big thank you to Dr. Su for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for your time. And to the audience out there, thank you so much for your kind patience, and thank you for investing your time with us. So if there is anything you would like to know about YoungMinds, so just head over to our social media at my YoungMinds or drop us an email. So that is all from us. Thank you and have a good night. Thank you, Dr. Su.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Good night.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on